City Sports Talk Radio Show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn. Good afternoon, Quad Cities. Thanks for tuning in to ESPN 93.5. Don't hassle us, we're local. We are coming to you live here on Brady Street, 1229. T-Roy's got the tummy ache. So, but we got Sarge. We got Sarge coming in. He's going to fill in for us. But most importantly, we've got Bree Beal in the studio.
Hey.
Bree, first things first, I mean, everyone in the Quad Cities is familiar with it. Three-time Illinois Player of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first time when you're a sophomore. Like, what was that like?
I think as a sophomore, especially coming off my freshman year. Freshman year, I didn't really know anything. I didn't know what I was doing. But getting in sophomore year, it was kind of like, now I had to look into, okay, what actually is this award? So after the sophomore year, after I found out exactly how important it is, like who gets it, I just kept trying to chase after that.
So the other thing, like, I got that. Well, you're in here, and not only because we're a local show and we like to talk to you, but you've got a send-off, a meet and greet this Friday, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be this Friday at 6 o'clock, and it's going to be at the MLK Center, 630 9th Street in Rock Island, because you're going to go to Atlanta for the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How did you get word that you were awarded the McDonald's All-American?
What was it? First of all, when I got awarded, it was on the way to a 3-hour trip to a conference game. So now I'm thinking about that the whole ride there. But, as soon as that came out, I was trying not to cry because it was crazy at the same time. But, yeah, that's when it came out. And right now, just as a community, we kind of all want to get together and, they all want to congratulate me. And, I couldn't do all this without them, just to sum it up. So, yeah, we want to get to, see the younger generation, the younger faces. They come get to meet me and, send me off, wish me good luck for the Atlanta when I leave Saturday.
And then April 20th, you're going to Las Vegas for the Jordan Brand Classic.
Yeah.
So, tell me about the McDonald's All-American game. Is there an East versus a West?
Yeah.
Now, the Jordan Brand, how does that work?
I believe it is the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you'll kind of know some of your teammates and everything?
Yeah, a lot of the girls, I've just grown up around playing, summer ball with, so I know a lot. All
right. So, when you just mentioned summer ball, when did you start traveling playing summer ball?
I would probably say 6th grade, 5th grade. That's when I started actually getting out of the Quad Cities and going to, big cities.
All right. So as far as basketball and everything else, and folks out there that are listening on the Van and Facebook Live and comment on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line, listening on ESPN 93.5 or ESPN935.com. You can listen on your app as well. Bree is nice enough to come here. She's during the middle of her lunch, and so we're not going to keep her too much from her academics. So she's got to go back to Rock Island and study. So did you always just play basketball? Is there other sports? When did it just click that you just wanted to do this traveling?
I played a lot of sports like softball, swimming. I did soccer, gymnastics, but it didn't really work out too well. So I just figured my way out, especially when I hit 6th grade. That's when the first offers started coming in. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm the best at this. So I'm just gonna kind of cut all the rest off.
The first offer came in 6th grade?
Yeah, it was 6th grade.
Do you know who it was?
I couldn't even remember. I couldn't tell you.
You didn't frame it or anything?
No.
So, how was the recruiting process?
Well, especially at that age, it's just a letter with a school on it. That's how I looked at it. But, as soon as it hit my freshman year, sophomore year, that's when it was getting kind of stressful. I had to, talk to coaches every other week, and especially when the communication period came where they could call me, I could call them. It was even more hectic because you have all these schools coming in, and then I have to chop that list down, then I have to do this. So right now I'm pretty cool.
How did you get down to your list? Take us through how you got down to finally South Carolina. What did you break down? Did you go from like 15 schools to 10 schools? How does the visit work? Because you're going to, like you said, you're going to meet young athletes who at one point, when you were in 5th and 6th grade, they're going to meet you on Friday, but they have an opportunity to learn by what you went through.
Mm-hmm. I think definitely throughout the process, like I was open to everybody and like their ideas, and I researched the schools that maybe I'm interested in, whether they're talking to me or not. And then definitely when it came to like the more closure period, when I'm hitting my last AAU tournament or whatever, that's the schools that I went with. Those are the schools that I communicate the most with. And then off the 5 schools that I took the officials on, it's just where I see myself for the 4 years, like where my family, they're comfortable with like letting their daughter be for those 4 years, and the people who's going to take care of me the most really is what it came down to.
So what were your final schools?
It was Duke, Michigan, Louisville, Illinois, and South Carolina.
And then so South Carolina just felt like the perfect fit.
Yeah. It was definitely, it reminded me back of home, just how the girls acted. They're very real with me. They're gonna tell me like I'm not gonna have a good practice every practice. She's gonna get on me, and I was just like, yeah, like I understand. So it was kind of that, just felt at home.
South Carolina is currently a 4 seed in what would be the Southeast bracket. They have Baylor in their bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go to any games?
I'm actually going to try to get out there for one of their games. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Are you interested at all traveling up to Iowa City to see, Mercer play Iowa or Missouri Drake?
I will be probably talking to my parents to see, like, a couple other games just to, get some action of the, playoffs and stuff. So
what are your thoughts about this McDonald's All-American game?
I think right now it hasn't hit me yet, but I know as soon as I get off that plane, when I get there, it's gonna, it's gonna all hit me at once, and the nerves are gonna come. But I'll get over it.
All right. So going back to the 5th and 6th grade stuff, when did you was it the offer that you just knew basketball was going to be it, or was it? I mean, did you go to? Obviously, you were traveling teams, but is there a gym around here that you started playing at?
It was definitely, I just grew up around like the Edison junior high. I always played in there, and it'd most likely just be outside hoops that I just play around at, play with boys at. So that's really how I grew up, just playing around with a lot of younger boys my age, and then that's what kind of just got me into it.
See, that's what I'm trying to get at, because at the fitness center in Bettendorf, they never pick me to play ball. So what I'm trying to think is if I take us 5 here, and you come with us, and we run on a Monday, I'm just trying to figure out how this all works out. And so just by sizing up us 5 here, where would we play? Would I run the point, or would you just say, no, just sit back, I'm going to do it?
I think you got the point. I think you look like you got handles.
I like where this is going already.
Can I chime in and say that she should take the ball? And just, we'll go hide in the corners.
But I want to get...
Well, she's running the 5, first of all. You're the 4, I'm the 3, and then Jay and Marvin are going to switch off 1 and 2.
I think the biggest issue, if it's a 5 of us, Bree, I'm a Moline grad, so would we be able to play together, get along?
I think we'll get over it. We'll get over it.
Because these guys got to know that I've got teammates. They don't pick me. They don't say like, hey, you want a ball? They just... Right. It's like I walk by and they all just start like whistling and looking up at the rafters. And
you don't want to be that guy that says when they ask you, hey, you want to pick up? You're like, no, I got like the 5 of us have this.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're gonna shoot for teams, or we're gonna pick. No, it's us 5. No, it's not you 5. Like that's
you can sign up like that at the Fit though, not as a 5 or anything.
No,
but
you don't want to do that. That starts fights, Jay.
Well, I mean that's the way I was looking at it. I figured this is the way to announce my presence with authority there. So I was trying to put a team together.
No, that's not how it works.
So I'd be the one, though.
Yeah, you and Marvin could alternate.
He'd be the shooting guard?
You guys would alternate.
Oh, okay. So then I'd be the shooting guard.
I'm saying we're going to see which one of you guys dribbles off your foot first.
I don't know. But I just tell you what, we just run the box and 1 defense, and I just follow the ball.
So we're switching to defense.
2-2, a 2-2 zone, a 2-2 zone, and I'll just chase the ball.
Okay.
So what would you be? What would you be on the...
On what? Offense or defense?
On offense.
Offense. I said I'm going to run the 3. Sarge's going to be the 4.
I like this, see?
I mean,
I think it's pretty simple, don't you?
I might be tall, but I mean, when I played in high school, I was 3-point line to 3-point line, so you're not going to get much from me out of the post.
All right, so we'll switch.
The whole thing is trust the process, right?
Bree and I will take the middle. We're good.
I'll just
There
be
you
here
go.
for whenever you need me. So.
So here's the other question. If you and I were to play horse, what would you spot me up to? Would it be HORS? Or
I think I could get you out pretty easily, but
She could give you S. I'll answer this. She doesn't want to be
being
mean.
way
She could
too
give you
nice.
S.
You don't have to be that nice. You can be honest.
that's fantastic. But these are the type of things that that go through my head talking about stuff like this, because we goof around and everything, and we had never met each other till now. And every time when I say like, oh, I think I could play, everyone's like, you can't play. No, you couldn't play with her. You have a shirt, Midwest Elite. What's that?
yeah. This is the AAU team I've been playing. Well, I played for like 4 years.
Out of where are they out of?
Chicago.
Okay. And how do they get a hold of you for that?
It's really me going out to, find my way. If I want to be to where I am now, you got to search for a lot of stuff, and this is the team I ended up on.
So 4 years, Rock Island, never lost a conference game. You're the all-time leading scorer, men or women, in the Big Six. Did you think of all this when you first started all this out?
Honestly, no. Like, I was just trying not to airball shots. I was just trying to, hold it together, especially just coming in as this eighth grader from, Rock Island. But that wasn't really something I looked at. The points and all that really wasn't what I was looking forward to. It was just more so getting to know, a lot of the seniors. I had 9 seniors on my team, was the only freshman. Like, those are just the little things I was looking at, not any of the stuff I have now.
Now, we talked about possibility of playing horse. Are you a competitive person by nature?
Very.
Very?
Very.
So, like, Connect 4, you're still very competitive?
Yeah, if I lose, I'll smile, but deeper down inside, it kind of hurts.
Are there any sports that you like to do just for fun, that's not basketball?
I find track's pretty fun to me. I used to do jumps and stuff, and in junior high, I used to be breaking like records and stuff, but that's about it.
Are you running track this spring?
Oh, no.
No. Do the coaches have you like on a lifting program and everything that they want you to do?
This last quarter, they'll get my lifting thing from South Carolina and incorporate some of that in gym and stuff.
And then what are the plans like this summer? When do you have to go to campus?
I believe before the 19th, that's when I need to be up there.
19th of?
June.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really early.
Yeah.
Wow. We do have to take a quick break, but we'll be back more with Bree. We'll have questions from the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. I'll have more questions about how we're going to run the fit, the 5 of us. But I want to remind you guys that on March 27th, she's going to be playing at the McDonald's All-American, and she's also going to the Jordan Brand Classic in Las Vegas, April 20th. This Friday night at the MLK Center, 630 9th Street in Rock Island. We're going to help raise some funds so that their family can go to Atlanta and Las Vegas, but it's a meet and greet. More importantly, you can get out there and get your young student athletes to come meet Bree. If any questions or more information that you need, you can contact Kevin at 309-314-2305. Again, we'll be right back after break. Here we go.
Hey, Jaybird.
Yeah, bud.
Tired of going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions of where to do your oil change, who does the best tattoo work, best place for lunch in the Quad Cities? I'm going to tell you what. Instead of doing that, pick up your Locals Love Us guide. It's got an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find whatever you're looking for. Or go to their website at localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse the favorites. It's so easy to use that they even rank the most popular places for you. While you're on their website, don't forget to vote for our show, Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, and all of our sponsors. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
I give a rat's ass about Twitter.
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Our refund is on the way. Time to get rid of this ugly siding.
I already called Outland Construction.
You mean Outland Buildworks?
They did so many home renovations last year, they changed their name to Outland Construction.
Can they renovate the kitchen?
Outland Construction does that.
The bathroom?
Outland Construction does that too. Wait a minute, I thought we were talking about siding. How big is this tax refund? Where are you going?
I'm calling David. at Outland Construction.
Find Outland Construction on Facebook and message Dave to schedule your spring renovation projects today.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Now that my dad works for Winger Truck Line, I get to see him on weekends. And the best part, he gets to go to my baseball games and even helps out with coaching my team. Winger has helped me become a happier kid and made my dad a cool truck driver.
This is Eric at Winger Truck Line, where flexible home time really means something. Now hiring part-time, home daily, and regional home weekends. Call me today at Winger Truck Line, 800-593-6433. Or visit drivewtl.com.
Okay, we're rolling on Powerball Radio. Take one.
Wednesday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $550 million.
Not bad, but give me more excitement.
Wednesday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $550 million.
A little more smile in this one, please.
Wednesday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $550 million.
Perfect. Now say, the jackpot is always huge, so play today.
Wednesday's estimated...
Or I can just say it myself.
Woohoo! ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
In a world where dreams are built from the ground up, Tailored Living makes room for your vision. Imagine his and her walk-in closets in the master bedroom.
Oh, my dream come true. I could just kiss you. Mwah!
Sweet. Your home, your dream.
Tailored Living Custom Closet or Organization System will take you from clutter and chaos to control. Hi, I'm Amy. Schedule your free in-home consultation at tailoredliving.com. And together, you and I will build the closet of your dreams.
Dynamic Power Racing Technology is a one-stop shop for all your street and racing needs. Better handling, routine maintenance, or more power, Dynamic Power offers a complete in-house machine shop with computerized balancing, dyno testing, and cylinder head repair. From full engine rebuilds to brand name parts, at Dynamic Power, we work with you to give you the best build for your budget. Track tested, customer approved. Dynamic Power in Moline. Call 762-2323. That's 762-2323.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Done Right TV and Security Solutions. We're currently in studio with Rock Island's Bree Beal. She's going to have a meet and greet this Friday night at the MLK Center, 630 9th Street in Rock Island. But before we left and during the commercial break, we were talking about playing some basketball, running the computer blue, all that stuff. But Bree, we were talking brackets before we went on the air. You're not a big, you don't fill out the brackets, huh?
No, I've never filled out a bracket.
Never?
Never.
You just have a team and you think they're going to win it?
Yeah, just kind of call on a team and that's kind of it.
So who do you have on the women's side?
Women's side, I got to go with my girl, South Carolina.
All right.
They're going to pull through.
And then on the men's side?
I want to say Duke, but I don't know. But I might have to go with Duke or NC.
Duke. Or UNC?
NC, North Carolina, yeah.
Duke looks, both of those are great. I mean, Duke just looks incredible, but they've been beat.
Yeah.
Man, Zion is just a man-child.
Can't stop him.
Oh my gosh. Somebody that I was talking to yesterday wasn't really familiar with him, and that's okay. I kind of mentioned it, and a couple other people started joining in on the conversation, and the topic came up of about a month or so ago when he spiked the ball in about the 10th row when the guy was shooting that 3 in the corner.
Yeah.
Because the guy looked like it was safe. Like, if I was shooting that ball, I'm like, absolutely, I'm taking the shot. He's 10 feet away from me. He took 2 hops and jumped so high and just spiked the ball. And everybody just went, oh. Like, what do you do? Like, how do you can't go, I mean, that's not how do you defend that. How do you attack that offensively? You're never safe to shoot if he's around you. No. He was 10 feet away. Like, and that's the defensive side of him. His offensive side is obviously what's like drives him the most. He's just aggressive. He's just attacks the rim. He can shoot. He hasn't had a very good shooting year, but he can shoot. For a big lefty.
He showed the one game last week where when he was 13 of 13 from the floor. Right. That included a 3-pointer. He took a 3-pointer in that first half and knocked it down. So,
and he shot better in high school than he did this year at Duke.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to shoot that well this year. He's playing 1 year at Duke and he's going to the NBA.
Right.
I don't know.
There's a question from the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. It's from our boy Erickson. Have you met Megan Gustafson from Iowa?
I believe so when I took my visit there. Yeah.
When you took your visit there? Did you watch her play this year at all?
On TV I have, and she's very nice, yeah.
Yeah, he asked, what do you like about her game?
I think just how, consistent she is, and she understands, like, where her powerful spots are on the floor, where she shoots best from the floor, and that's how, like, her field goal percentage is so high and how she's able to score those, in those big games.
Do you have anybody influences out there that you try to put into your game?
I think it's just really anybody, but overall it'd be like the girl in the WNBA, like especially like Asia Wilson, just with how she speaks, basically, not just the basketball part, just how she speaks up about women's and how we're not getting all the right things said to us, whether it's about basketball or the people that just watch and they just say the random things, whether it's her or how she carries herself on the floor, off the floor.
Do you have, are you superstitious? You're competitive. Are you superstitious?
Not really, but I mean, sometimes I can be.
Do you have a pregame routine?
No, I have to. I think the little thing is just I have to listen to music before the game.
All right, give me a playlist.
Okay, my playlist is weird, but I can actually get hyped to like Ariana Grande type music, maybe some Drake, but definitely like J. Cole music.
Okay. McDonald's All-American game. They're going to announce you. What's your walkout music?
It'd probably be Middle Child by J. Cole. That's my favorite song right now.
Okay. So you're not that superstitious or anything, but it is music, huh?
Yeah.
And do you, when you're doing a pregame like at Rock Island, do they play music for you guys?
Not really, but probably before the game starts, we might be in the locker room and like we'll play music like on the TV or something.
How do you guys figure out are you in charge of the playlist?
No, because they complain too much. That's definitely not
me. But do you complain about their music?
No, I just suck it up. It's whatever.
Are you on social media a lot?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Instagram. Yeah.
Tell the people how they can see you on Instagram.
You can follow me at Bree Beal, BREABEAL.
And then on Twitter?
Queen Bree _1.
Is that your number one?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then that's another question. When you're recruiting, do you say like, "Hey, do I get my number?" when they're recruiting you in college?
I think you gotta like work your way into that conversation. So like, hey, like what number will I get? Type conversation.
But there's no one on the roster that has that.
Not that I believe. Well, right now she's a senior, so she won't be here next year.
Gotcha. So you're big on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You have your phone in front of you.
Yeah.
Pick up your phone and do your recent history emoji, and the one in your top left corner is the one you use the most. Which one is it?
It has to be probably the laughing face. I laugh a lot.
Laughing face with the tears?
Yeah.
It's always a laughing face with the tears.
The best one.
It's always a laughing face with the tears. I've asked that question maybe 6 or 7 times. It's always a laughing face.
You want to know what though? We finally transitioned from LOL to the laughing, crying emoji. That's 10 times better. Because do you really laugh out loud?
Never.
No, we type it.
And it's just easier. And then it makes the other person feel good. They think that they really made you laugh.
If people walked around laughing out loud as much as they typed it, This would be the weird.
I have never typed LOL in my life.
Wow.
Never. I have.
But you
I have,
sent me the heart winky emoji.
I would love that one. But I have typed someone that made me laugh out loud. That was funny. But I've never
typed
LOL.
out the words.
Yes. I have an education.
Just quicker to type LOL.
I have an education, and I want to show that I use punctuation and everything else. Speaking of education, do you know what you're going to major in, Bree?
Right now, I'm looking to like marketing.
Okay.
And yeah.
So now give us, what are the go-to apps that we should have on our phone?
We gotta go. First, you gotta have Instagram.
Okay.
You just have to have Instagram. Other than that, it's really that and just the ESPN app where I watch games on. So that's them two.
As far as social media goes, it goes Instagram 1, Twitter 2, Facebook for you, or even on
It'd
Facebook?
Probably be Snapchat. And
Snapchat.
Facebook is kind of.
It's kind of for the older people now.
I guess.
It's okay to say. It's all right to say. So Snapchat would be 3?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this happened because, Des Moines tomorrow is going to host NCAA men's basketball. And someone from Des Moines wrote, hey, for my colleagues that are coming in, here's the 10 places I would suggest going to. And then on Twitter, someone wrote, if this was held in Iowa City, here would be the 10 places to go to. I didn't read any comments. I don't know why I didn't see this coming. But I was just like, I threw it out last night on our Don't House Us We're Local Twitter and just said, hey, if we were hosting, here would be the 10 places I would go. And the comments were ridiculous. But let's just say the Tax Slayer Center is hosting the NCAA tournament. And, of course, South Carolina is going to be in it, a 1 seed, too. And so your teammates are coming in. Where would you tell them in the Quad Cities and their families that you have to go to?
I would definitely start with, downtown Rock Island at Roosters. I would go there. Also like Pee Wee's. But other than that, I love going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I would go there. That's really my top 3.
So yeah. I've been to Roosters twice. Yeah. Out of wings both times.
Really?
Yes. Went there specifically for their wings. Got all the way over there. You guys need to see some menus? Nope, don't even need to see the menus. You order wings.
All right.
You're going to hate me. Why? We're out of wings. I understand if you want to leave. I'm not going to leave.
Sir, do you have any questions out there on the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line that I didn't see in there?
None that are worthwhile. I think everyone's just taking it all in here.
Yeah.
Erickson had a couple good ones earlier. It's about it. They're making fun of you not saying LOL.
Well, I mean...
No, I'm not drinking eggnog. Nothing important, really.
Okay. So, other question. Who wins in one-on-one between you and Kevin, your dad?
Okay, I'm not even going to lie on this one. He got me. He still has me. The other day, he kind of broke my ankles, I'll admit, but I'll get there.
Do you have any siblings?
I have 3 brothers.
3 brothers.
Yeah.
Older, younger?
They're all younger.
All younger.
Yeah.
All right.
It looked like we had a call at 391-3776, but we must have hung up or whatever.
Why Middle Child by J. Cole?
I don't know. I just like his music. I could come out to all of his music, honestly. That's just the one that I like the most at this point.
All right, looks like we got a phone call. Go ahead. Hello, you're on the air, ESPN 93.5.
This is...
Dusty. This is not the time. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. This is not the time. How are you doing?
Yes, it is the time, baby. I've been listening to you, Bree Bill.
Okay.
And I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite wrestler?
Favorite what?
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Wrestler. Oh, I don't even watch
wrestling. Oh, no. Don't say that, baby. Don't say that. Who is your favorite wrestler?
I couldn't tell you. I don't watch it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I think, would it be, if you had to put someone in the top 3, would the American Dream Dusty Rhodes be in your top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time?
Sure, why not?
Yes.
That's why I love Bree Bill right there. She tells you the truth. Now, Bree Bill, I've been watching you on tape. I see you in the paint. You take these girls' innocence, and you pay them back. How does she pay them back?
All right.
Pay them back in stone.
This is great.
Good luck to you, Bree Bill.
Thank you.
Dream, I got a question before you go.
Hit it.
May 31st, Ric Flair's coming to the Quad Cities. What's your thoughts?
Listen, I checked my booking schedule. I seen I'm supposed to be at Macon, Georgia at the Cobb County Civic Center in a Texas bull rope match against Arn Anderson on that night, but I'm going to have to cancel that and see that scallywag Ric Flair.
Love it. All right, Dream. Thanks for calling in. It's fantastic to hear from you. It's been too long. It's been about 3 weeks, pal.
It'll be again soon, baby.
Thanks, Dream. Appreciate it. All right, that's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, R.I.P. Here's a good question for you.
Good job with that.
So it's very rare that we have something like this in the Quad Cities where we have the Illinois Player of the Year and you have the Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year. Who wins 1-on-1? You or DJ?
I think as long as he don't try to dunk or anything, I think I can hold him down.
I love it. That's great. Well, guess what? Our money's on you. DJ's never been on the show, and you have been.
Right.
Again, I want to remind everybody, this Friday night, March 22nd, 6 o'clock at the MLK Center, 630 9th Street in Rock Island. We're going to help raise some funds for Bree's family so they can go to Atlanta to see the McDonald's All-American game and the Jordan Brand Classic in Las Vegas. That one's the game. McDonald's All-American game is March 27th. The Jordan Brand Classic is April 20th. Come out and support her. It's a nice meet and greet. Bring the young student athletes. For more information, contact Kevin at 309-314-2305. Bree, anything else for us?
No, not really. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Any shout-outs? You say hi to anybody?
Shout out to, all of Rock Island, the whole community, but most importantly, my whole team that, battled with me through this past season. So more importantly, my whole family, 3 of my, ignorant brothers. Yeah, that's all.
All right, because we don't want to take any more of your time because you do have school, but when there is a break, when you're done, graduated before June 19th, will you come back and tell us about your experience at the McDonald's All-American?
Yeah, I'll be happy to.
That'd be great. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you, and thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
Yep. We need to take another break, and we'll be right back. ESPN 93.5. Serge, what you got for me?
Front Street Brewery, the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, is nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi. It's served the fine community of Davenport, Iowa since 1992 with awesome beers such as the Davenport Gold. Satisfying American ale, pale straw in color with a sweet corn-like aroma and a crisp, clean finish. Smooth, balanced, and refreshing, or the Wise Guy, it's their take on the instantly recognizable German wheat beer that staked its claim on palates around the world. Brewed with noble German yeast, this refreshingly sweet and smooth brew features a citrusy tart aroma with significant notes of banana and clove. The Raging River, their English-inspired American India Pale Ale with incredible balance, featuring an earthy, slightly fruity hop aroma with moderately bready malt notes. Bronze-colored IPA that you don't need a beard to drink. This is your gateway IPA. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Go to the restaurant at 208 East River Drive or the tap room at the Freight House Complex. Once again, that's Front Street Brewery, www.frontstreetbrew.com.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
An advance purchase River Bandits ticket is $7, and a Ferris wheel ride is $5. But what if your kids could have tickets to every River Bandits game all season long for just $30? They can if they join the River Bandits Kids Club. Sound like a great deal? And there's even 3 Ferris wheel rides and a free Bandits drawstring backpack, all for just $30. But wait, there's more. Each Kids Club member gets 10% off in the team store all season long, and invitations to exclusive monthly kids parties featuring water balloon fights with the players and ice cream socials so kids can meet other Bandits fans, plus a free invitation to Rascal's birthday party, all for just $30. The River Bandits Kids Club, presented by Modern Woodmen of America. Every game, all season long, and 3 Ferris wheel rides, just $30. Visit riverbandits.com/kidsclub to sign up. The River Bandits at Modern Woodman Park, where the fun never stops.
Quad Cities, get ready for WWE Live. Sunday night, April 21st at Moline Tech Slayer Center. In a double main event, Braun Strowman exacts revenge on Baron Corbin.
He's gonna get these hands!
Then in a triple threat match, Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, and Drew McIntyre face off for the Intercontinental Championship. Plus, Sasha Banks and many more. Don't wait. Great seats are available now at the box office and Ticketmaster. ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, J-Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
Okay, we're rolling on Powerball Radio. Take one.
Wednesday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $550 million.
Not bad, but give me more excitement.
Wednesday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $550 million.
A little more smile in this one, please.
Wednesday's estimated Powerball jackpot is $550 million.
Perfect. Now say, the jackpot is always huge, so play today.
Wednesday's estimated...
Or I can just say it myself.
Woohoo!
O'Reilly. Improve visibility and save $8 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Plus, earn double points during Old Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ensure clear vision in any weather and save $8 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back to ESPN 93.5 and the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Done Right TV and Security Solutions. Thanks to Bree Beal for coming in. Want to remind everybody about that meet and greet in Rock Island one last time. Well, not one last time, but just another time. MLK Center, 630 9th Street in Rock Island. That'll be 6 o'clock this Friday. Nice meet and greet. Bring your young student athletes there to meet her. Going to raise some funds for the family. She's going to be playing the McDonald's All-American game March 27th and the Jordan Brand Classic in Las Vegas April 20th. That was fun. It's always fun to get the local talent here, and it's not easy to do from 12 to 2. But when you can have someone come in for a little bit, and hopefully, she missed lunch, but hopefully she got something to eat in between there. So
she's asking her dad right now more about Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, probably asking who Dusty Rhodes was. It's going to be YouTubing that when she...
Poor girl. Put on the spot like that.
She handled that really well.
She handled that with poise and confidence.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not really... She was polite.
Yep.
Hey, kudos to Dusty. Dusty was nice.
He was great. It's been too long.
Very supportive.
Very supportive.
But now we're in studio with Rothy from The Storm. Rothy, what's up, man?
Not too much. That's a tough act to follow.
Yeah.
Go from a McDonald's All-American to
back to us,
a guy who eats McDonald's every week a few times.
Like a true All-American.
Exactly.
Last week, we missed you last week. Where are we at right now with the Storm?
We are, good news, bad news.
Okay.
The Storm are officially out of playoff contention. They picked up a loss in scenic Fayetteville, North Carolina this past weekend. And the team holding the final playoff spot has not stopped winning. So they took it from us, which stung a little bit, but we did get a win this past weekend. And, it can be tough when your playoff contention is gone to figure out what you're playing for. But it's been a long break from Peoria. We have not seen them in a long time, and they are going to be here this Friday for John Deere night. And that's kind of all right, we're out of the playoffs. Let's stick it to Peoria and bang them up before the postseason starts for them. So the guys are pretty fired up for this week, and we're expecting a nice crowd, too, for John Deere night.
Because it's also you're raising money for Birdies for Charity.
Yep, that's exactly right. They are the beneficiary. We're going to have a portion of ticket proceeds going to them, and we're going to have another jersey auction. We've got John Deere jerseys that are going to be worn. They're pretty cool looking, too. They're John Deere green. At the yellow, there's matching socks. It's going to be pretty bright on the ice. It's pretty cool having the KISS jerseys and these back to back. There's been some nice stuff to look at, but hoping to raise just as much money as we did with KISS and the USO. Ended up with $45,000 raised total for them.
That's great.
Which was awesome. So we're hoping to get to those kind of numbers again this weekend.
How was KISS night?
Was
outside
awesome.
of what they raised, but the jerseys and everything else and the fans. And
it was insane. Had a great crowd. We had KISS music going the whole night. We had a ton of KISS fans there, too, which was cool because that's a loud group. So
Their concert was amazing.
It was. I got to go to it.
It was really cool.
It was unbelievable. I'd never seen KISS before.
I
was.
I didn't get to go, but yeah.
It was rocking.
Jealous.
And I know you guys are fans of the little dog races, and we had another one.
Okay.
And I don't know if you saw this or not, but there were 4 dogs. Each of them was wearing like a KISS shirt with a different face on it.
Mm-hmm.
One dog just takes off, one by a mile. And, everyone's cheering, going nuts. Dog walks right to center ice and takes a dump on the ice. It may have been the highlight of the season, tough to say. And
That's tough to say.
That was one of the loudest I've heard the Tax Layer Center this year. But it was a blast.
What do you do to stop that?
Oh, you embrace it. You welcome that. That's what the people come to see. And no, it was great. And the jersey auction was a lot of fun. I mean, we had the jerseys in here; they were sweet, and there was not a single one that didn't go for under $1,000.
Wow.
And so people were fired up to get them. And again, it was really nice to be able to turn all that around to the USO of Illinois.
So, what are we looking at the rest of the season besides this? Is this our last home game?
No,
we've got a couple more.
Versus Peoria.
Okay,
so
Peoria.
It wraps up that. They'll be at the Tax Layer Center on Friday, this coming Friday, again, versus Peoria for John Deere night. Then they're on the road Saturday, home and home. And then the following weekend, they go to Huntsville for a pair of games, and then they wrap up the home schedule on April 5th and 6th. Those games will be against the Evansville Thunderbolts. April 5th is Camo Night. If you've been to a game this season, the warm-up jerseys they have that are kind of electric blue and black camo are going to be auctioned off after the game, and that'll be going to the VFW, and the money raised for that. And then the final game on April 6th, which is that Saturday, will be Fan Appreciation Night. So we're going to have a ton of jersey raffles and giveaways and all kinds of good stuff for that night.
And then the other one that we forgot to mention, the Hawaiian shirt night. How'd that go?
Oh, it was great. I've been looking forward to that all season long. Got to wear the Hawaiian shirt, sandals. They had Sam, who runs the video board there, is not a Jimmy Buffett fan, but I convinced him to play more than he wanted to. They had that going all night. It was a great time. I'm pushing to have that like every month next season.
I think that's a good idea.
I do too.
So obviously we'll still have you in throughout the rest of the season. But so what are the plans? This is a year-round gig, like as far as working for the Storm. So you're not going back down to Florida or anything like that.
I'll take some vacation, get back there, and get some sleep. But I'll be staying here. As soon as the season ends, you do get a little rest, of course, when you're not in the postseason. You get a few extra days off, but I'll be staying here and start getting things back and better for next season, which will be nice for me personally because I got here on October 1st. Didn't really have an off season to set things up, so get things in place. And like I said, we are already, of course, you start a little earlier when you get eliminated from the postseason, but just super excited for some things we have lined up for next season.
Rothy belongs to the Fit too, so if any of us needed to take a break while we were running fives, that he could be on our bench.
That's good news. I got about 2 minutes in me anymore, and then I'm definitely looking over at the bench for a sub, so that's relieving. Now I feel a little bit better about our team.
Yeah.
Might be able to make it through a game.
See?
Yeah, out front smoking a square between halves.
Do you when you go to the Fit, do you ever play pickup basketball there?
I haven't. I always play when I go home with friends. I'm for leagues like that, I'm like an oversized, not fast enough point guard. I'm all about passing. I can thread the needle pretty well.
Oh,
and
problem solved.
Yeah, I guess I just got kicked off our team.
I've got a lot of friends that can shoot, so my game has always been give it to them and get back on defense as fast as I can.
That sounds good.
That's my kind of guy right there. I don't want to play with that guy.
Team player.
Nice. So you filling out a bracket?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you do multiple or just one?
I just do one, and now sometimes I'll do one and put it in, multiple different groups. But
I don't know if I could fill the same and bracket out twice and have it be the same.
Oh yeah. Oh, I make sure
without having it right next to it.
That's what I do. I make sure because then when I'm watching, I want to be able to pull for the same team every time. And if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. And I'm looking at Troy's here. I have Duke as well in the championship. I have Duke and I think Purdue.
Ooh.
Ending out. I think my Final Four is NC, Purdue, and Duke and Marquette.
You don't have Wofford in there?
No, I think I have Wofford getting out of the first round.
Getting beat by Kentucky?
My Cinderella is UC Irvine. I think the Anteaters got a couple wins in them.
The Anteaters.
Pull those uniforms.
Oh, they're great.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
so
pretty
we're talking
sweet.
about some of the best throwback uniforms or just best uniforms
Yeah.
for all the years. So we threw out the old school retro Michigan State.
Love that
with
one.
The cursive.
Those are cool.
To Magic.
They wear those. They have new ones, don't they? That they kind of look similar to those.
Yep. UCLA, just
those were good.
Classic North Carolina Tar Heel blue.
Illinois should, I think, go back to the Flying Illini. I mean, that should be the staple.
That's what Vasco's saying. They wore him at the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
And he loved him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
T-Roy threw out a lot of plain Jane ones you got to like Indiana. I'm like, they're red and white.
Yeah,
he's just talking about the warm-up pants anyways, which isn't that still what they do?
Sweet.
And he's like, Duke. I'm like, blue and white. Well, like Kentucky too? Yeah. So the Duke ones that got thrown out there were the black jerseys with the blue numbers and lettering. I'm like, those are pretty cool.
Black alternates throughout sports, I'm a huge fan of.
I completely agree. When the Bulls did that, when the Bulls first did the black off-day jerseys, it was the coolest one because that was the 96 season. And everybody wanted the black jerseys. Everybody. So
those are sweet.
I had one, but I was really young, so I got
really well now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Want to know what I did? I had one. Doesn't fit very well anymore, so I got a new one. Exact same one though. I still got a Rodman black jersey.
There you go. I think I had Rodman too, even though I was definitely an MJ guy.
Want to wear them together?
We should. Let's plan that out next time.
The Worm Day. Everyone wear their Rodman jerseys.
We'll go to game 82 since it'll be the last Bulls game of the season.
That definitely will be. Yeah.
Go to Pints and watch the game.
Belmont beat Temple last night in the play-in game.
Belmont, baby.
Tough night for the American. Hate to see that.
And then Angie Dickinson's cousin, Farrah Dickinson, beat Prairie View 82-76. Had that one as well.
I thought Temple would do some damage. It was Temple minus 3.5.
I had Belmont all the way.
Don't ask me why I know this. How did you had Belmont all the way? How?
Yeah, I had Belmont winning that game, and I think I am winning the next.
How or why?
There's a method to my madness.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm asking. How or why?
I will tell you if I can find my bracket, but there's stuff everywhere.
Oh, good.
The one thing I got away from this year with my bracket is you're talking about UC Irvine, and you're probably right. You probably know a lot more than me.
Oh, no.
I always take like a 14 or somebody deep to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8, and they always lose the first round, and then I'm already day one just hurting.
So, we've already said most of this on air, but a 12 always beats a 5, and more so now it's normally at least 2 12s beat a 5.
Do you know why that is?
Well, they set it up like that.
Well, it's because those teams usually, the 12s they're the mid-majors that win their tournament. And they're going against a 5 that gets in because it's just either on reputation or they're in the middle of a pack of a major.
They have a good
They're
record
actually better than them.
on a weak schedule.
And they're seniors that have played together.
Starting. Exactly.
But also, look at the Wisconsin, they're playing Oregon, right? Wisconsin's a 5-12. They're a 1-point favorite. So, I mean, that's not even real. That's like a toss-up in Vegas, and that's a 5-12. So, a lot of times these matchups get, it's not as much of an upset as the seeds would say, because they're actually a lot closer than it would appear on paper.
Oh, this is why. Because I had Belmont going to the Sweet 16. Because I have Yale beating LSU.
I don't have any.
They don't have LSU's in some trouble.
Isn't Yale in trouble too?
Yeah. What for? What? Paying $500,000 for your kid on the rowing team?
I think it was.
That's got nothing to do with their basketball team.
It was a rowing or soccer team or something like
that.
It's like the battle of. I think Yale had one too.
Probably
they did.
It's like the battle of.
I
Battle of crime
I
schools.
thought it was their skeet shooting team.
That could have been it.
LSU's got way too much going on to win a basketball game
got
right now.
way too much going on.
I just look at that like there's no. I see LSU on here. There's no way they can win a basketball game.
Their coach hasn't been reinstated. We have no idea why they're in the NCAA tournament.
They don't need coaches.
There's a probe going on about taking recruits to a strip club. There's so many things going on there. This is really Varsity Blues come to life. They go to a strip club. Their coach is no longer there. They're going to have to run the oop-de-oop offense.
And it's not exactly like the rallying cry type of issues going on, right? Like this isn't like bring a locker room closer together.
No, it's because their coach is using a middleman as well to get recruits in there and on a wiretap.
But they're playing Yale, which is what they have going for them.
Amen.
Bunch of nerds.
That's right. That's why Belmont going to the Sweet 16. The run ends. So who did you have, Rothy? How far do you have going?
I've got Duke winning it all. I don't think anyone's...
How far you have Irvine going?
I think I have Irvine into the... They might be Elite Eight.
Yeah?
Either the 8 or 16, yeah. I have them making some noise. And I really know... I've watched 6 college basketball games this season. I get the feeling, it's all in here, all in the heart.
Well, part of that is nobody trusts Virginia, right? So that's the one seed they have to go through if they get there. So nobody trusts Virginia. Nobody trusted Virginia before they lost to a 16 last year.
How great was that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Other than Virginia wins that first game, okay, it's not gonna happen again.
You wouldn't, yeah.
It's not gonna happen again.
There's no way.
The next game's Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Crapshoot can go either way. Wisconsin, Oregon. I think that can go either way. UC Irvine. Villanova beat St. Mary's. Purdue, Old Dominion. I would put money on Purdue. Cincinnati, Iowa. Sorry to say, they can go either way. Tennessee wins. So Irvine they have to get through either Oklahoma or Ole Miss or Virginia. Any one of those games can happen.
Who do you guys think makes it further, Iowa or Iowa State?
Iowa State.
I'm with you. I think I have them going to the 8 too.
I don't trust Iowa against anybody right now. The Illinois game kind of even shocked me in the Big Ten Conference tourney.
What a tale of two halves their season's been.
Would you rather have LSU's season right now or Iowa's season right now? What situation would you rather be in right now?
I guess Iowa's.
I gotta give let's see. Virginia. That is the. Did you say yesterday, Serge? Virginia is the one seed that you don't have the most faith in.
Correct.
Even though that
I think they're the weakest number 1 seed, and they're actually the simulator. They have them.
Yeah.
The best odds
of winning
the simulator, but I think they're the weakest number 1 seed.
At like 25.8% chance to win out of 5,000 simulations.
I rank them Duke
to win it all.
Out of 5,000 simulations, they win it 25.8% of the time.
Duke, Gonzaga, North Carolina, Virginia, in that order.
Well, the bracket isn't.
And they have
the easiest road.
They have the easiest
road. That's the easiest road, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to take our last break before the hour. We'll be right back with Rothy here on ESPN 93.5.
Do you want the latest in TV and security technology but don't know where to start? Call Done Right TV and Security Solutions, your Dish premier local retailer, to get started today. They'll take the guesswork out of choosing the latest smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been a leader in technology for years. The Hopper Smart HD DVR interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. Sign up today and receive a Nest doorbell system free courtesy of Done Right. Just call 866-84-RIGHT today and let Done Right provide local professional installation with personal service that's trusted by thousands of business and homeowners in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply. Requires an internet-connected Hopper. That's Done Right TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
Serge.
Yeah, buddy.
Weather's getting better.
Weather's getting better. We're not having that R. Kelly weather anymore.
So
it's not down in the teens.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep. The weather's getting better. So that means if you're parking your car outside, you've got to lock it. No more stolies, right?
No more stolies.
And another good way of doing it is using this Nest system by Done Right Security.
Country folks, when you're in the Quad Cities, lock your cars.
Yes,
I got an employee that lives out in the country and leaves her car unlocked all the darn time.
So this is a good thing. Protect your homes. Use your Nest systems. Get a hold of Done Right, because someone just had posted someone on social media today, said, guys, it's already out and happening. So it's someone it's happened to me before, and I'm pretty sure most of us have been hit by something like this. Take care of yourself. Get done right. Call them and take care of their security solutions.
I give a rat's ass about Twitter.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
And now, Mark Brenny of Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf will use his 25 years of motorcycle expertise to help determine if you need a new Suzuki motorcycle.
Hey, Mark, I'll be first. Here's my old 900 drag bike.
Stand back, son. I'll check her out. Yes, sirree, boy. You need a new Suzuki.
Hey, Mark, here comes a group of really old choppers.
Howdy, boys. Mind if I check these out? You might need a new 1500 Intruder.
Suit yourself. Just rebuilt. Spent $22,000 on her, and she's my baby.
You know, they always run best just before they let go. Luckily, you guys got here just in time. Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, 4426 State Street, Bettendorf, across from Alcoa.
Here's another great show in the 97X 40th Anniversary Concert Series.
Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the TextLayer Center March 24th. Tickets are on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at the TextLayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Another great show in the 97X 40th Anniversary Concert Series.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Surge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
For 40 years, M&M Golf Cars has been helping you get around the campground, golf course, even around the neighborhood. M&M Golf Cars, the Quad Cities' only local club car dealer. And now, get 0% financing available for 48 months through the end of the year on all new Onward by Club Car. So now is the perfect time to start enjoying your new club car. Whether it's sales or service, M&M Golf Cars has you covered. Don't forget to reserve your rental cars for your next event. M&M Golf Cars, State Street, Bettendorf, or visit mmgolfcars.com.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Welcome back to ESPN 93.5. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Brought to you by Done Right TV and Security Solutions. At the break, we were talking about the NCAA tournament. I want to remind everybody to go to ESPN.com, go to the fantasy, sign up. We have a bracket there. We're trying to figure out exactly what we're giving away. I have been in touch with Kelly from Done Right Satellite to see if we can give anything away from them, but he's texting me right now. And so we'll figure out what we're going to give away for first place for that. We're going to have a second place and third place as well. Go sign up for that. It's QC Hassle is the name of the group, and the password is Hassle Bracket. That's capital H, lowercase Hassle, capital B, lowercase RACKET. That's QC Hassle is the name of the group. Hassle Bracket is the password. It's free to play. Pass it along. We'll put some more things out there on social media, but sign up. Like I said, there's plenty of brackets out there that we've seen on social media. People saying $20 PayPal here and there. We're going to have a better giveaway than that, so do it for free. I think we already have like 50 people already entered. And then as soon as Duke loses, then everyone can say their bracket's busted and not care anymore. Serge.
My bracket's screwed.
Yeah, Serge, I got something for you.
What you got, buddy?
I want to give you some things that are going to blow your mind. Some stats.
Let's hear it.
Okay, you ready? The Mariners are on pace to go 162-0 in Major League Baseball.
All right.
I mean, that is incredible. Can you believe that?
Yep.
You can?
Sure.
All right. I'm just.
What else you got?
Huh?
Let's move right along.
Scotty Piscotty is on pace to hit 162 home runs.
Not a bad year.
Yeah. Chris Davis.
How are
of
they
the,
on pace? They haven't played a game yet.
Oh, no. They
not
played
on pace.
today
They played
already in
this
Japan.
morning.
They played this
gosh,
morning.
That did start.
Chris
How
Davis.
many games are over there for?
Chris Davis is on pace to hit 162 home runs
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this started today.
Baseball is here.
and have 324 RBIs.
It's not opening day. It doesn't count.
They
It's
put
in Japan.
they put a beat down on the A's, didn't they? It was like 9-4 when I woke
9-7.
up.
It's
Oh, they
9-7,
came back.
yeah.
Okay.
These are incredible numbers. The pace that these guys are on already.
Well, and the A's are in trouble. I mean, they're on pace.
Yeah,
to-
I know.
They may not win a game. I mean,
that does not sound like the Moneyball team I've come to know. This is incredible. Seriously, I think it's great that you're trying to expand it, but in Japan, do you really need to expand baseball in Japan?
No, it's huge there, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
This is not for me. I'm sorry.
Like,
and I love baseball.
NFL in London serves a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting that different demographic. They're getting a different fan base that's not used to having this. It's different for them. Japan has baseball. They love baseball. They're huge into it. They follow American baseball. They follow their own baseball. Why are they doing this? Are there 4 games, Jay?
I believe so, yes.
The Major League's biggest issue is the young people in America following the sport.
Yes.
The last place they need to go play baseball is Japan.
Yeah. And then bring it over to America at what, 2:55 first pitch or something like that, or 3:55 in the morning.
Well, maybe that is gearing towards the young people. There might have been some people still up, I guess.
Coming back from the bar.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Baseball.
I mean, I'm all for it, having that, but D. Gordon's on pace to steal 162 bases. I can keep doing this. No, you'd rather not, probably, though, right?
No, that's fine. I was confused. I forgot.
No.
That changed everything. I'm with
to me, my point is this: not a lot of people did know that there was a Major League Baseball game going on, and
the A's might not win a game all season.
I know.
See, I can play this game too.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't even draft in our fantasy baseball league yet.
We have a draft Saturday. We have one on Sunday, and it's one of those things that every year, I would say by the end of the Super Bowl, I'm ready to get prepared for fantasy baseball, and I'm not even close.
Yeah,
and it's just one of those things sneaking up. I don't know if it's the lull in free agency or that I couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's
Mariners are averaging 9 runs a game, Jay.
It's impressive. Are you guys
pace.
Cubs, White Sox?
I'm a Cubs fan.
Twins fan.
Ooh.
Yeah. What do you mean, oof? They're going to win the Central
And I
this
lived
year.
in North Dakota for 3 years. That's Twins country, and that's tough sledding sometimes.
Yeah, you weren't there during the best years.
No,
though. Yeah.
no. Minnesota sports in general.
It's always interesting to hear a state that doesn't have a team what their demographic, what country that is.
Yeah, North Dakota is primarily Minnesota. You get some Packer fans for sure, basically just to be anti-Viking, but a lot of Twins, Vikings, T-Wolves, and Wild.
Are you a Devil Ray fan? It's not Devil Rays
I
anymore.
wish they were still the Devil Rays. Yeah, I'm a Tampa Bay fan.
Okay, so you're Tampa Bay pretty much all the way around.
Through and through.
Stupid dome.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, it's the best situation they could be in, having that dome, because if they got an outdoor stadium, games in the summer would kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it gets so hot.
You get your own
disgusting.
set of bull crap rules.
Oh yeah, it's great. Seeing balls hit off the catwalks and outfielders tracking.
Nothing says true American baseball like making up rules to hit off the
That's all
catwalk.
and hitting a baseball into a fish tank. That's that's the true
That's the
American
way.
Yeah.
Stupid. I hate that dome.
I can tell.
What about the Buccaneers? Did they make any moves for you that you like in the offseason? They didn't get Le'Veon Bell. So.
No, I mean they brought in Bruce Arians, which I'm excited for. I thought Dirk Cutter kind of got the short end of the stick. I am not a Jameis Winston fan. And the fact that they basically decided we're sticking with him and going to change head coach, change system, I'm not convinced. But I do think Arians is a good hire, and he can be kind of a quarterback whisperer. And I mean, they lost Deshaun Jackson, but he's kind of at the end of his rope. They've got great tight ends. They've got Mike Evans coming back. They still don't have a running back, though. And I was hoping they were going to make a run at Le'Veon Bell, because Jameis to be successful, I think, needs a lot of pieces around him. And Mike Evans can't do it all by himself. We'll see. I think it'll be another 8-8-ish kind of year for them.
8-8-ish for Tampa Bay. Okay. Yeah. The other thing is, are you guys? And I know we're going from baseball to football, and we're also in the middle of basketball. But are you guys buying into the Browns? I mean, because they are the noisemakers in the offseason so far.
I'm buying into the excitement.
Okay.
I mean, I'm buying into. Look, when you've been that bad, historically bad in all of sports for that long, to then start to piece together, they won some fairly meaningless games, but for them meaningful this year. And Baker obviously looks like he's got what it takes to be an NFL quarterback, and then you add the excitement with what they've added in those kind of playmakers. I think it's definitely they're one of the most interesting, if not the most interesting team entering the season next year. It could completely blow up in all of Browns fashion, right? But to start the year, I think they're extremely interesting. And there's, a lot of reason if you're a Browns fan to be the most excited you've been in 20-some years.
Well, that's I think. And what did it go up to since the trade happened? Is it gone up to over and under 8 wins or 8.5? It's right there.
I think it's 8.5.
That sounds right.
And then they had 8 total in the last 3 years or something like that. So
the thing with them, I mean, it's hard to be worse. And I mean, they've got some serious talent, but you also, it's easy to see the guys they got an overlook, new head coach, relatively new quarterback that now the league's going to have an offseason and almost a whole season of film on to pick him apart.
That's what I'm concerned about for them next year, is now everyone is going to have a full off season on seeing Baker's tendencies. And football's so weird. I mean, you need talent, but I've seen a lot of talented teams not win. I'm a Vikings fan, and we went from the NFC Championship the year before, seemingly only got better to 8-7-1 and missed the playoffs. Football's hard.
I thought the Vikings were going to win the Super Bowl last year before the season started. And I mean, how many times do you see the teams that make the most noise in free agency fall flat?
Yeah.
And I think it can be because sometimes you expect, we got all these guys here. That's all we need. It's not. You need to get your system in place and get it down.
I'm looking forward to the first sideline issue with the Browns next year. I think that'll be electric.
Probably first quarter of the first game.
It could be. But there might be some fireworks on that sideline next year.
All right. So we're going back to, because we're in the middle of the NCAA. We're going back to it. Here's I want to talk about how do you normally fill out your bracket, Rothy? I mean, everyone's got their own ways of doing it. And we talked before the show, Sarge, and you're like, I'm just annoyed. It's just, I look at it and I just get annoyed. How do you do your bracket?
I watch just enough to know who I like to make it to the Final Four in each bracket. And most of it is just kind of going with gut, because most of my college basketball watching comes during the tournament. So it's more what I'm feeling in my heart. Of course, I could never pick UCF to win a game. I just hope they get beat by VCU first round. But it's bias and very faulty logic is what I use primarily.
What do you use, Sarge?
So the past couple of years, I started, this year I watched Duke and I watched Iowa. And that's almost the extent of my college basketball viewing this year. I go to lines. I look at the spreads in Vegas. Not that underdogs can't happen, but that was my biggest red flag in Wisconsin was when I saw that line. I haven't seen Oregon play one time. I took Oregon. They're a 12 seed. That's a 1-point dog. That's a toss up. So I use Vegas. They kind of know what they're doing usually.
That's true.
They have Bull on Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manute Bull's kid.
Yep.
I thought he got hurt for the year.
Got a 9-foot wingspan.
Huh?
Is he out for the year?
Is that my? Yeah, he's out for the year.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Noise is going on. Anyway, there's noise going on. We got and what do you, Sarge? What do you do?
I watch a decent amount. I wouldn't say I'm no expert by any means. I watch a lot of Big 12, a decent amount of Big 10. Follow some of your Blue Bloods just because those are always good games that are on in prime time when I'm at work. So I've seen a lot of Duke games this year. I've seen a lot of Gonzaga, Kentucky, North Carolina's. There's some really good. I'd say the 3 seeds are kind of all. That's right. 3 to 6, they're all really good teams that could do some damage. Those are the ones I know the least about. Is those mid-range good teams like Houston, Purdue. Purdue I've only seen play because they're in the Big Ten. I haven't seen a single game of Houston, but I know I've seen a lot of stats and everything else. Texas Tech I've seen just playing in the Big 12, and then LSU. I haven't seen LSU, but I know more of the goofy off the court stuff that they're dealing with and everything else. So I really don't have a system, Jay.
Yeah,
I don't.
I wish there was someone that had like a really good system. Like I said, I read that RJ Bell.
I don't think there's no such thing.
But who's a real expert anyways? You said I'm not an expert. Like, you go on ESPN, you watch Dickie V's bracket, like almost every year he's almost taking chalk anyway.
There's been years where I have done my homework, and I mean I've gone game by game, gone through all the expert picks, and kind of went on a majority / a little bit of what I know, and gone through game by game. Want to know what happens? One region, I'll nail it.
Mm-hmm.
Spot on, not miss a game. Another region, busted.
Dumpster fire.
Doesn't matter. So there's no true system. There's no good system. There's no algorithms or logistic way of filling out a bracket to where you're going to feel that confident anything can happen any year.
Well, realistically, too, with how prevalent the 3-point shot is anymore, I mean, I think that's what makes it even more of a toss-up with some of these games. I mean, guy gets in foul trouble, somebody gets hot from the 3-point line, and that puts somebody back on their heels and changes everything, even if it's not a matchup thing. So it's just so hard to predict. It's why it's the most fun. You may not get the most true champion every year because it can be a fluky thing, but it's why it's just the most entertaining.
Right.
It's the madness.
That's right.
That is
exactly.
it.
And what I like about Duke is their ability to be down by 25 points and not be worried. They've been, like, numerous times, they've been down big this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the person next to me, I'm like, you follow basketball? Yes or no? Okay, watch this. Guarantee they cover the spread. They're down by 23 right now, and they're an 8-point favorite. Watch them cover. You go, what? And I go, this is what's going to happen. We just sit there, and now we have something to watch for, and it's really fun. And they do it.
Rothy, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, we'll be doing our show from Van's Pizza Pub and Grill on Harrison, watching some of the games. So if you want to meet us out for lunch, we'll be there.
Try and swing by.
12-2. We got to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Bobby Metcalf's from the Quad City Times going to be in studio.
Buying a home can be overwhelming. Don't get discouraged by the process. From start to finish, you'll need the guidance of a professional. Let Jen Peterson Murphy with RE/MAX Elite Homes use her extensive background in real estate to help you navigate the process. From lending qualifications and budgeting costs to recommend inspections, Jen Peterson Murphy can get you the most for your money in a competitive market. Jen Peterson Murphy specializes in residential real estate sales and assisting first-time homebuyers. For expert advice, including strategic marketing practices, comprehensive market analysis, staging, and home assessments, think Jen Peterson Murphy of RE/MAX Elite Homes.
The best thing about Jen is that she makes the buying experience.
And I can't say her name.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. But she makes the buying experience so easy. And the other thing is, for those people out there that are, they're paying rent, Jen and the lenders that she uses can find a way to make it that it is as affordable as paying rent out there. Licensed in Illinois, get a hold of Jen Peterson Murphy and like her page, all that other fun stuff. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Dynamic Power Racing Technology is a one-stop shop for all your street and racing needs. Better handling routine maintenance or more power, Dynamic Power offers a complete in-house machine shop with computerized balancing, dyno testing, and cylinder head repair. From full engine rebuilds to brand name parts, at Dynamic Power, we work with you to give you the best build for your budget. Track tested, customer approved. Dynamic Power in Moline. Call 762-2323. That's 762-2323.
Our refund is on the way. Time to get rid of this ugly siding.
I already called Outland Construction.
You mean Outland Buildworks?
They did so many home renovations last year, they changed their name to Outland Construction.
Can they renovate the kitchen?
Outland Construction does that.
The bathroom?
Outland Construction does that too. Wait a minute, I thought we were talking about siding. How big is this tax refund? Where are you going?
I'm calling Dave at Outland Construction.
Find Outland Construction on Facebook and message Dave to schedule your spring renovation projects today.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good. Like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Your garage is cluttered. Instead of a place to park your car, you've got sports equipment, lawn tools, half-finished projects, and a workbench that hasn't been touched in years. Tailored Living of the Quad Cities can take your garage from clutter and chaos to functional and fun. Whether you want a killer man cave or just to get clean and organized with an epoxy floor and custom garage cabinets, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Amy. Schedule your free in-home consultation at tailoredliving.com and you and I will design the garage of your dreams.
It's so hard to find a good source for t-shirts. They're either late or the print falls off after the first wash.
You have to try QC Custom Tees and More. Their screen printer, Chad, does amazing work. They really make you feel like family. They're super responsive and always in a good mood. Their artist, Anna, always seems to know what I want. Just tell her what I'm thinking and boom, she makes it come to life.
I'm listening.
I got my spirit wear from my team and met Sean, the GM. He was so nice and he followed it up by carrying my shirts to my car for me. They really know how to treat you right.
Wow. How long did it take?
We did an online store. Within a week of it closing, my shirts were printed and even sorted out by the individual order. QC Custom Tees could not have made it easier.
QC Custom Tees and More continues to grow year after year. If you need screen printing, embroidery, banners, promo products, or anything else custom printed, why not go to QC Custom Tees and More, where they'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. Check them out on Facebook or at qccustomtees.com.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
You can find Bobby in the club, bottle full of bub. Welcome back to ESPN 93.5.
Jay the Rapper.
Brought to you by Dunright Satellite TV and Security Systems. I want to thank you to Rothy for stopping in here and talking to us, Storm, and also talking brackets. Now we got Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times. I'm sure he filled out a bracket.
No.
Yeah, I knew it.
No.
I knew it. I knew he'd say
Not
no.
going to?
No.
I'm not sure yet. Haven't done it yet.
Well, I tell you what you should do. Because it is Wednesday. Wednesday is, you know what you should do Wednesday.
Fill out a bracket.
Is that really a thing now?
Yeah, it's a thing.
What you should do Wednesdays.
Well, is it? We always said it was.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh. No,
every
day's you know what you should do, but
I know,
what you
but
should do
Wednesday
Wednesdays is fantastic.
Yeah, you know what you should do Wednesday.
Good. Gosh, you're good at this.
You should go to ESPN.com and fill it out. We have our own group. It's QC Hassle. The password is Hassle Bracket. Capital H, lowercase Hassle, capital B, lowercase Racket. So, and I just got a text from Dunright. First place in that is going to get a Nest System thermostat installed. That's like $300 value.
Nice.
Same thing with I think that's more. I think it's $350. And and second place is going to be.
I think it's priceless.
Priceless. Second place is going to be the Nest doorbell installed.
Give me a hell yeah!
So third place.
Shooting for second.
Yeah, third place. We'll put something together. Gift certificates from various places as well.
Hugs from Marvin.
Yeah. But I mean, thanks. And also call to action. Go out to Dunright Satellite on Facebook, like their page, because that's very nice of Kelly. He texted me during the show and said that's what we'll put out there for the bracket. So on You Know What You Should Do Wednesday, that's what I think you should do, Bobby.
I'll think about it.
The other question on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line on Twitter: have you voted in the Hassle bracket?
No.
You look at it though.
I did look at it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you guys at in that thing now?
Sweet 16 or close to the Final Four. I think it's
Benny the Jet versus Jimmy Chitwood was one that Izere mentioned earlier.
I think is like Clubber Lang up against Dottie, and the winner goes on to the Final Four in another one.
Dottie beat Wild Thing.
I believe so.
That's crap.
And then
Dottie's the greatest catcher of all time.
Happy Gilmore's up against somebody.
Against Wild Thing Vaughn.
He couldn't find the strike zone. He was in the
fine.
California Penal League. Come on.
This isn't the California Penal League, Vaughn. We were caps and sleeves in here up here.
Took him to a World Series.
No, he didn't.
They went to the World
They lost.
Series.
No, they lost. They don't get at the World Series.
I thought they. Okay, so they made to the pennant that we didn't hear the.
You know, they don't win the
results
pennant because you remember Major League 2.
Right.
They lose the pennant to the White Sox.
Right. Okay.
I got a lot of questions for you guys. All right? And it's kind of just going all over the place. Yesterday, you brought up something about when we were talking to Merrick about the Dolphins, and maybe they might be throwing the season off for Tua.
Happy Gilmore versus Clubber. Sorry.
Happy Gilmore versus Clubber.
Go on.
And you mentioned that Tua might stick around because his brother's coming to Alabama.
Talia.
Okay. Do we think that's a good idea for Tua?
It depends on the season.
Because I'm trying to figure out if where people are going to fall on. Because there were a lot of people when Zion blew out that shoe that said he should sit out the rest of the time because he's got to get his money, whatnot.
You know what you should do, Zion.
You know what you should do Wednesday.
People. No.
What do you guys think? Because it's kind of the same thing. If you go, oh, that's great, he wants to play with his brother, that's amazing.
I think Zion should listen to Coach K. Okay? I think Tua should listen to his coach. I think Talia should listen to his coach. No, I don't. My gut tells me, no, you shouldn't stick around another year just to play with your brother. I don't think he would do that. I think if the timing's right and they think another year will do really well, then maybe he will. That might be a factor, but I don't think it's going to be the deciding factor.
My gut tells me do what you want. You only get to live once. Zion wants to play out, let him do it. He's only going to be in college 3 more weeks anyway.
Right. Zion play out. He's healthy.
Tua wants to play with his brother. Let him. He's never going to get the opportunity
That's
again.
a whole other season.
He's never going to get the opportunity again, though. Chances is he's going to have to convince whoever team drafts him to also take his brother.
I don't think that's the only no, not just that, but trades in the NFL, you can end up on the same team.
You're never guaranteed it, though. This is the one time.
Look at the Morris twins in the NBA. Yeah, they went to the NBA and they bounced around. They got drafted by different teams. They actually traded so they could play together. They played together for a little bit, and then they split up and went different ways.
I say let the kids do what they want to do. If Tua wants to go and make money, go make money. If he wants to play with his brother,
I would say most likely go get that money. Go take care of your family.
Common sense would say go make that money.
You're good enough. It's not like you need another year to develop.
Well, football's the riskier move, right? I mean, let's be honest.
Correct.
You know, I'm completely pro athlete. That's where I was with Zion the whole time. You know, I was never saying that he should for sure sit out. I was just all for if he wanted to go ahead. But the football thing, man, I think that's super risky to come back if you don't need to, and you're going to be the first guy to go.
I completely agree with you.
But if he wants to, good for him. I mean, I'm with him.
There was a player for Kansas years ago. It was the year before Wiggins and Embiid were freshmen. They were both one and done. The year before that, there's a player for Kansas named Ben McLemore.
Yeah.
And he was a prime example. He could have used another year at Kansas. He wasn't number 1 draft pick. He wasn't. I don't even think he was top 5 draft pick. But he
was lottery to Sacramento. Yeah. I know that.
Correct. Yep. So I think he was top 10.
Yeah.
But he could have benefited by going to Kansas another year. But Self actually told him, go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Go make that money. Go take care of your family. You'll be fine. You'll develop while you're there. You'll be fine. Don't waste another year here on education and risk of injury. Go make that money. So I think that was a smart move. That's cool on Self to do that. Self could have used him. Can you imagine Wiggins, Embiid, and McLemore on the same team with the Morris twins and Perry Ellis?
Well, I think
Frank Mason was your 6th man that year.
I think it's where's your head at? Where's your heart at? Like, Zion is so clearly all about this team, and that's awesome. And it's really cool to see.
Have you listened to him recently?
It's great.
His interviews have been spectacular.
Yeah.
He said, I love Duke. I love my brothers. I love coming out here and playing every day. I'm here to win it.
But if you're somebody who's sitting here and it's in the back of your mind like, man, I don't know if I should be doing this, you can't be out there trying not to get hurt and playing, because that's when you're going to get hurt. So if these kids, if you're like a Zion who's all in on this thing, go live it up. Go win a national championship. That's great. But if someone like, for example, Ben Simmons, who clearly was going through the motions,
Yeah.
And that wasn't necessarily the best for that team either. I'm not saying he didn't make them better. Of course he did. But, if you're not in it for the right reasons, I'm all for the athlete saying, you know what, this isn't for me, and I'm going to go to the league.
Y'all on board Duke winning a title?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Despite their 3-point shooting?
Yes.
I think they're going to. I don't have them in my bracket just for my own personal fun reasons. It has nothing to do with actually being smart. I've Gonzaga knocking them off, but I think Duke is the favorite.
They have lost one game at full strength all year, and it was to Gonzaga out in Maui.
Wasn't two?
Because Trey Jones and Reddish were out against Syracuse.
Yep.
And I'm telling you that I watched that Gonzaga game. I'm almost convinced that Coach K kind of threw that game a little bit. He made no substitutions in the last 8.5 minutes. Reddish was on the bench. Granted, he had foul trouble. He finally threw Reddish back in the game.
Did he grin as he was walking down the tunnel?
Chuck Daly, I'm telling you.
Okay, when Daly did that with the Dream Team,
yes.
Who was underneath him?
Coach K.
That was his assistant.
That's exactly what I was telling my friends that night.
Great point,
I was telling my friends that night because of that point, and they're like, "You're drunk." I'm like, "No,
and he was."
I'm like,
but
"Yes, yes," but that's when I'm at my smartest. But I think he almost thought that it would be good to get them.
Drunk.
Yeah, it'd be good to get them. That loss wasn't going to hurt them.
No,
and it just. I know the 3-point shooting thing is an issue, but it hasn't been, though. Like, when Zion's there and they're fully healthy, it really hasn't hurt them yet.
And that's, okay, so 110%. Then also as far as Zion playing 3 more weeks of basketball, not just is he 100%, is he good to go, guys? Like, can we really do this? He's 110%, and he is healthy as a horse, okay? He's not getting hurt. I don't wish injury upon anybody. He's not going to. He's one of the strongest, most trained athletes in college basketball, if not the strongest.
I'm not worried about Zion's health. I'm just that 3-point stat. I think you said the last session. If a team gets hot in 3-point,
but also gets hot from 3-point to give them a 25-point lead. That's what I just said. Is watching Duke come back is one of the funnest things I've done all year. Sit and watch Duke come back from being 25 points down in the second half. It's hilarious.
The thing is, I don't think anyone challenges them in their region.
No. Michigan State.
Too banged up. They're too banged up.
Who else? Erickson said Virginia Tech earlier. Sorry. I've seen Virginia Tech play. They can't hang with Duke for 2 halves.
No,
first of all, they would have to have a 10 to 15 point lead in the first half and build upon that and sustain in the second half. Nobody can do that. Like you said, one time.
The thing about the 3-point shooting too, I mean, we saw it. Syracuse zones them, and that got them that one game. But then the other times, Zion is just such a difference maker that on both ends of the floor. By the way, like
that's what I was talking about with Bree earlier was.
Yeah, that blush.
You're never safe to shoot the ball.
No.
When you think you're wide open, he was still in the lane. He was still in the lane on the other half of the lane, and you're on the other side behind the 3-point line.
Right.
Okay, I can shoot this. I'm wide open.
If he gets in foul trouble and somebody just goes lights out, that's the way
ball
they
didn't
get
get tipped.
No,
that ball got
swatted. Swatted.
So yeah, both ends of the court.
It'll be it'll be interesting because like Bobby, I understand that. Like that's the glaring hole that it doesn't make sense with today's basketball, right? Like today's game, it doesn't make sense that you don't shoot the 3 well and you can go win a national title.
Right.
But I think with this team, it can.
Right.
Like I think this is the outlier. This is the one team that actually can play because Zion plays differently than anybody else. He dictates so much.
You've heard Jay's philosophy on this year's Duke team, haven't you? Jay, this year's Duke team, what are they all about?
Oh, heart. It's just I can't really pinpoint what these young 19-year-olds are doing, and it's just something special. There is also the majestic way that Coach K is undefeated in Final Fours in Minneapolis. It's just a destiny type of thing.
These guys are special.
Yeah, they're special. It's hard. These 19-year-olds, they don't play like 19-year-olds. Surge. They play
They do not at all.
like 29-year-olds. Like they've just been around the game. So
is it more Destiny than the Kentucky team that lost to Wisconsin?
yeah,
With the
a little bit.
platoons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as watching the game, Bobby, what do you just kind of follow along? Do you take a day off or anything?
I'll watch it. I mean, I'm probably gonna take tomorrow and maybe Saturday off.
You watch the play-in games?
No.
Do you know?
I mean, I'll have them
yeah.
on, but I don't pay
they're
attention to
on,
them.
cool.
Do you know anybody that's going out to Vegas?
No.
Sarge? You know anybody that's going out?
I don't know.
Serge?
No.
Well, we're going to make a phone call to our friend who's a cab driver, has been for like 15 years out in Vegas.
Andy Gadiot?
Andy Gadatovich.
Ah, the other one.
And we're going to talk to him and just real quick and just see what it's like out there and where he should be. If anyone's going out there, some of the spots they should be hitting up or what to avoid also. He's going to Metcalf me.
Hello.
Andy.
Foster.
Hey, how you doing, man? You're on the air, ESPN 93.5.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
What's going on, brother?
So welcome back to the Quad Cities.
Hey, thank you, sir. It's good to be back.
Yeah. So this weekend, what's it like out there, driving around with all the hooligans that come in for March Madness?
Well, March Madness is one of the busier weeks of the year. It's right up there with the Super Bowl in terms of sporting events and NASCAR and all of that. I think, honestly, coming to Vegas might actually be better than going to some of the games. I think with regards to the Super Bowl, I always tell people coming to Vegas is the next best thing as to compared to going to the game. But with regards to the first week of the tournament, I think coming to Vegas is even better than actually going to some of the games.
So have you been picking up a lot of people from out-of-towners that really hit more tonight or early tomorrow morning?
Yeah, yesterday and today, or Monday and Tuesday, I should say, we're kind of slow, honestly, other than a couple of conventions that were going on. But certainly tonight, the airport's going to be busy all night, and you'll be having a lot of people cannonball up from L.A. and Phoenix and Salt Lake City, and that'll really start tonight and tomorrow for sure.
Are you looking forward to anybody from your Backseat Tweets Hall of Fame?
I always look forward to those. Those are people that have been in my cab many times. My best customers and my friends, honestly. So it's always great to see those guys.
So real quick, I want to make sure everyone knows to follow you on Twitter. It's LV Cabby Chronicles, right? Or LV
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you always have good stories, and then you have, like you said, when you have people that you've had on before, and you hashtag Backseat Tweets, you have great stories with all your adventures out there in Las Vegas.
Well, there's always something going on, and I'm a lot of fun at cocktail parties because I always have a good story to tell.
What's your craziest story that has to do with March Madness?
Well, I don't know about March Madness per se. Okay. I mean, you're putting me on the spot here, but I think just the other night I picked up this guy at the Aria, and he wanted to go to the Crystals Mall at the in front of Aria there. Crystals Mall, if you don't know, is all these posh stores, like Gucci and all this stuff. And he gets in the cab and he tells me, "Man, I'm an idiot." And I said, "Well, why are you an idiot?" And he said, "Well, I just won a bunch of money gambling, and I told my wife that that I want some money." And I said, "Man, you are an idiot. What are you thinking?" I said, "Now look at you. You're on your way to go buy some $2,000 handbag or something. All you had to do was say you're about even. But no, you had to tell the missus about your winnings. So you have everything that's coming now."
Yeah, he got ahead of himself and then wanted to brag about it.
Yep. See, no wife ever, upon hearing the news that her husband has won some money gambling, has said, "Hey, you should get those golf clubs you've been thinking about."
No. So if someone's going to March Madness this weekend in Las Vegas, where should they? What are the places they should go to? What's the sports books they should hit up?
Sure. Well, the best sports book in town, if you ask me, is still the Westgate, which is the former Hilton, and they've completely remodeled their book, and that's definitely the most popular with locals, and they even have their own parking lot outside specifically for the book. And
hello.
Sorry, I lost you there for a second.
It's okay. It's all
right. So yeah, the Westgate and Caesars is a really great book. Mandalay Bay. I'm not a big fan of MGM's personally, but really all the books around town have spent a lot of focus and a lot of money in redoing their books. And you're not going to go wrong at any one of them. But I would say, to get there early and try to get yourself a spot. And I'll mention one other place. There's a place called Legazzi Stadium at the Palazzo that's really good food. It's not a sports book per se, but it's an awesome venue to catch all the games.
Any other, outside of sports books, is there any other like must-stop places that you say to, let's say someone's first time in town for Vegas and they're
Sure.
there for the weekend, where should they go?
Anytime I see somebody that's here for the first time, there's always a few things I tell them they got to do. For sure, everybody's got to go to the Bellagio and see the water show and the Botanical Garden, which are still probably the best free attractions in town. Everybody's got to go downtown to Old Vegas, to Fremont Street, and see the light show down there. And it's a very interesting crowd, and we're seeing, it's certainly a complete departure from the Quad Cities,
Mm-hmm.
And I also tell people to go somewhere high up, like get a view of the city, go to the Eiffel Tower, go to the Stratosphere. There's a lot of cool ultra lounges around town, like up on the top floors of the hotels, like Foundation Room and Voodoo Lounge and places like that. So have a drink, take the view in, and that's three things I tell everybody they got to do.
We have a question on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line that they heard a rumor that all MGM properties are no longer comping drinks. Is this true?
There's a lot of stuff circulating about that, and I am definitely not the leading authority on that, but it would not surprise me. I read something recently that they're talking about using automated bartenders for all the service bars and putting the bartenders out of work. So, of course, a lot of people are taking issue with that. And I think just looking at what MGM has done in the last handful of years, really restricting on the comps and charging for parking now, which really rubbed everyone the wrong way, and resort fees and on and on and on. It's every change they make is somehow worse for the player and somehow worse for the visitor. But it doesn't seem to be affecting them. I mean, people are still coming, so I don't know the answer to the question for sure, but I would not be surprised. And there's definitely people are talking about it.
Where is the best sports book to get comp drinks?
I would say probably the Westgate, especially if you have a player's card, and especially if you're a regular. There's so many wise guys, as they say, in town, and there's a lot of good local radio shows here in town with the prognosticators, and these guys come on and they know all the angles, and they'll tell you where the wise guy money is going and who are they playing and versus what the public money is, and a lot of those guys are at the Westgate. So if you're a regular player, I would say to get some status over there and get known over there, and they're definitely going to take care of you. And anytime you see on ESPN that guy Jay Cornegay, I think is his name, that's where he works, and a lot of the lines come out of that house for sure.
Who do you got winning the NCAA tournament?
I got the Iowa Hawkeyes.
That a
I don't know
boy.
if you heard of them?
Yeah, that a boy. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah. Another. How many times have you seen Britney Spears in concert?
0 times. What? 0 times.
She's got a
But that's only
residency
because-
there, and you're not going to go see her?
That's only because I haven't gotten a comp yet. When I get a comp, I'll
Private shows
definitely. Yeah, exactly. That reminds me. I took a couple of guys over to Planet Hollywood one night. They're like, "Take us to Planet Hollywood," and I said, "Oh, you guys going to Brittany tonight?" And they're like, "No. Do we look like the kind of guys that would go to Brittany?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And how many billboards are up of Gruden and the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders?
There's a few, especially around the stadium site, which actually is only about a mile from my house. I can see the stadium already from my room, so that's kind of cool. And there's a lot of all the merchandising has started already, and you go to all the stores, they got Raiders gear everywhere, and people are getting pretty excited, especially on the heels of all the success that the Golden Knights have had, and everyone's expecting a similar home run with the Raiders, and they've obviously been making moves this offseason, and people are getting jacked. And if there's one thing that's true about Vegas, the house always wins, right? So
yeah,
people are expecting a competitive team, and would that be something if the Raiders come to Vegas and win the Super Bowl the first year? I mean, would that not stick it to Oakland in the worst kind of way?
I think it's
going to happen.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a weird AFC Championship. We see the Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders in the AFC Championship. someday.
There you go. And you guys will have to come out for a game sometime.
Yep, absolutely. Andy, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it as always. It's so great talking to you again.
Hey, cheers, boys. Anytime.
Yeah,
Thank you.
take care. All right, we're gonna have to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're gonna do a little bit more of our You Know What You Should Do Wednesday, and then we got to fill out a bracket. We got to continue our Women's March Madness 2019.
Tonight at 8 o'clock at Van's Pizza Pub and Grill is Bar Wars Trivia, hosted by a fan of the show, Nick Toffanelli. Bar Wars Trivia is free to play. You can win house cash and impress your friends with how smart you are. Enjoy $3 burger baskets from 6 to 11, and Wednesday is Cup Night, $5 for your first cup and $3 for your refill. You can get any of Van's food items to go. Go to www.vanspizza.net to check out their menu, or you can call Good To Go Quad Cities at 322-2220 to order any of their food items, or go to goodtogoqc.com. To grab these specials and more, go to 3333 North Harrison Street, or check out the downtown Davenport location at 217 Brady. Van's Pizza Pub and Grill, come get served.
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Hey, it's Andy. Thanksgiving is coming up, and as much as I love a holiday dedicated to food, I don't want to spend all day in the kitchen. I want to spend it with my family eating the food. That is where Sam's Club comes in. They have an amazing meal, serves up to 10 people for under $45, and it only takes about an hour to prepare. It is full of Members Mark goodies, whole hickory turkey, Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, dinner rolls, pumpkin pie, plus you can throw in some organic French or green beans and still come in under $45. You're going to look like a kitchen MVP, and Sam's Club is going to do the work.
Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the TaxSlayer Center March 24th. Tickets are on sale now at the TaxSlayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
There's a lot that could scare you this time of year. Your windows shouldn't be one of them.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, save 50% on all energy-efficient windows. Plus, you can finance your project with no money down and no interest for 1 year. Say goodbye to those drafty old windows. 50% off windows ends Halloween. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back, everybody, to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5, Quad Cities. I was hoping Jay would take another minute. So we could,
brought to you at the Hassle Palace. Brought to you Done Right TV and Security Solutions. Want to remind everybody to go to ESPN.com, go to the fantasy, get on QC Hassle. That's our bracket tournament, our group, QC Hassle. The password is Hassle Bracket. That's capital H, lowercase Hassle, capital space, capital B, lowercase racket. Kelly from Done Right TV Security Solutions has given us for the first prize, installed thermostat. Obviously, you got to be in the Quad City area so to get it installed, but I can still mail that. Second place is going to be a Nest doorbell installed as well. Real quick before we do our Women's March Madness Day 3. Yesterday, I went on and we talked about this with Bree. So, and I want to do this. If the Quad Cities were to host an NCAA tournament, where would you tell your colleagues, your fellow writers, because Sarge, you wrote, and Bobby, you write, when they're coming into town, Give me 10 places that they should go to, because I listed Happy Joe's, Hungry Hobo, Van's, Rudy's, Front Street, Azteca, Harris, Chuck's Tap, Ross's, and Arthur's Deli, and I can easily take off Ross's to put on, what did I agree with in Arthur's Deli? I forget, Sports Fans. Go. And Andy's going to chime in too. 10 places. And then we'll do the bracket.
Gotta go to Pints, right?
It's food. That's why I didn't put Whitey's either.
No grill, just chill.
Hang on. Ice cream is food.
Ice is food.
It's how I live my life.
So where do you go?
I'm glad you threw in Sporties.
Yeah.
Sports Fans for sure. Man, downtown Moline. I mean, right there.
Filling station.
Ooh, filling station's good.
Rookies and Stadium Club has really good. I mean, call it bar food if you want to. That's fine. But see, Boozy's, good burgers down there. What else you guys got?
I mean, I love Bad Boys. You can be down by Tax Slayer, get some pizza at Bad Boys.
Tell you what, Hidden Gem Corner Deli in the East Village.
Oh yeah,
eat lunch there 3 times a week. They're only open till 5:00. Get there. Their food's amazing. Have not had a sandwich I don't like. Rudy's food in Rudy's Canteen in the Village. It's really good food.
Guys, I just ate and now I'm really hungry again.
I'm about to go eat right now.
Bobby, anywhere you tell your colleagues?
No, where you just listed.
Nothing I listed?
No, where that you didn't just list.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
you have terrible choices, is what he's saying.
Yeah, well, you don't know Bobby that well.
Nothing that Jay said.
Another lunch spot, Grinders.
Yeah,
I'm a big Grinders guy.
Grinders is good. I don't get over there as often as I want to. Dude, a hobo is always good, man.
Oh yeah.
I just wish they had a drive-through.
Go to the Eldridge. Eldridge has a drive-through.
I'm not driving to Eldridge. Go to Hungry Hobo. I'll go to the one in Cumberland Square, and I'll go maybe stop at Harrington's for one real quick.
Did you the Jim's Rib Haven?
Jim's Rib. That was just mentioned. And then also that was brought up was Circle Ribs.
Circle Tap's ribs are fantastic.
But the thing is it just doesn't, I just haven't had them in so long. And Jim's Ribs either, like.
So we used to have the best of both worlds. I used to manage Granite City Food and Brewery. And then 2 of my roommates, they're both bartenders at Circle Tap. So they would request me to bring home Granite City mashed potatoes, and the girls would bring home ribs. Trade it all out.
All right. Andy.
Yeah.
Let's fill out a bracket.
Let's fill out a bracket.
And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Good story.
It's nothing.
Everyone's just thinking about food now. We're
thinking
all hungry.
about food and
thinking about basketball.
Yeah. All right. Let's fill out a bracket.
I've never filled out a bracket before.
Serge, take it away.
Got you. All right. So we're going to start in the top left, the East region.
Okay.
So we're just going to go.
I thought they were called divisions, not regions.
They're regions.
Oh, well.
So, and then this is a good question yesterday, Jay. Some friends of mine were asking, why is it called East, South, West, and Midwest when it doesn't really necessarily geographically matter where you're from? You just get placed in those regions. Why is that?
It's where the Elite Eight or the Elite Eight takes place.
Okay. So it's just called that, but it has no bearing on where you're from because you get placed in any one of these, like just based on rankings and everything else. Okay, so we're going to start right at the top. You got
okay.
Duke versus NC Central or North Dakota State play today, correct?
Yeah.
So that's the play-in game. So Duke over one of those two teams.
Duke over which one? NC Central or no? I get it. I'm going to pick Duke either way. Duke always goes like Final Four, don't they?
All right. VCU versus UCF.
God, 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
I want UCF.
Okay.
I vote UCF.
So did I. Mississippi State versus Liberty.
I want Liberty for an upset.
Cool. I do too. So far, our brackets are the same.
Yeah.
Virginia
Hopefully
Tech,
we don't suck.
Virginia Tech versus St. Louis.
I'm gonna say Virginia Tech.
Okay. Maryland versus Belmont.
Are our brackets still the same? Now I'm nervous.
Yes, our brackets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are they? Oh, okay. Why doesn't Belmont and Temple have a record on here?
Because
Belmont
beat Temple last night as a play-in game.
Got it.
So they're already 1-0 in the tournament.
They're 26-5.
They're 26 and
Now
5.
27-5.
Oh, I want Belmont then.
Look at
Our
you.
brackets are the same.
Yeah.
Ours are not anymore. All right. LSU versus Yale.
Oh, as much as I'd love Ivy Leagues to do well, I think it's LSU.
All right. My bracket's screwed. Louisville versus Minnesota.
20 and 13, 21. I'm gonna say Minnesota on this one.
Patino's revenge.
Michigan State. Yeah, the Patino game. Michigan State versus Bradley.
I just don't see a 15 seed upsetting a 2 seed in the first round.
Smart girl.
So I'm going to say Michigan State.
Smart girl.
Plus, every sports writer in the country wants Michigan State to win that game by
They
like
want to see Michigan State.
8,000
They want to
points
see Michigan
now.
State.
Real quick, do you buy that tweet that they made up and
The
everything?
apology tweet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, garbage.
Okay.
Only because they got blasted for it for a day and a half.
Yeah. All right.
On to the West.
Yep, down
All
to
right.
the West. Gonzaga versus either Fairleigh Dickinson or Prairie View A&M.
I think Gonzaga, which I'm sure everybody has said so far.
Mhm.
And I'm sure everybody says because they have a fun name, which they do.
That too. How do you say it? Gonzaga?
Or is it Gonzaga?
We don't know. Do you know?
Tomato.
What if it's like? What if it's something out of left field and it's like Gonzaga? Nobody knows.
We've all been wrong this entire time. All right, moving right along. Syracuse or Baylor?
I want Baylor.
Jay, I liked your stat the other day when you were talking about the different upsets and the percentages on the upsets, and in all of the 8 and 9s, it's 50%.
Yeah.
Thanks. Marquette, Murray State.
Ooh. 20. Marquette's played more games. Let's say Murray State. Let's see what happens.
All right. You got a good kid from Murray State that I want to watch, so that should be a fun game. Florida State versus Vermont.
I'm sorry. They have the same record almost, and they're 4th and 13 seeded.
Mhm.
I say Florida State.
Buffalo.
Whenever you guys get really quiet, that's a good sign.
No, that's okay. Because we're all thinking about it. Buffalo or Arizona State St. John's.
Has the Arizona State
What was the other
John's
playing
having
game last night? It was Belmont Temple and who else played?
Angie Dickinson's cousin played. They
Okay.
won.
Okay, so thank you. So I can stop guessing because I did not watch those.
That game's tonight. Arizona State, St. John's.
So which one did you say? Arizona State or Buffalo?
Let's go Arizona State.
Arizona State.
I'm gonna say Arizona State.
Bobby Hurley. Texas Tech or Northern Kentucky?
Texas.
Texas Tech. Some people have them going pretty far.
Tejas.
Nevada or Florida?
Let's say Florida. Let's say a little bit of an upset here. Oh, wait a minute. No, hang on. Let's look at that record real quick.
You
At
got
19 and 15, 29 and 4.
You got a pen or a pencil over there.
I'm going to change that. I want to say Nevada.
All right, let's go to Nevada. As Jay would say, why? You have any reason?
19 and 15 is a really subpar average
sure
record.
is. 15
so
losses?
That's rough on a season. When
Yeah.
you're 29 and 4, you got a little bit more experience winning. But you never know. You never know.
Michigan or Montana?
Again, it's a 2 seed versus a 15 seed, but it's really close. I'm going to still say Michigan.
All right. Over to the other side, top right corner. We're going Virginia or Gardner-Webb?
Virginia. Okay. I just don't see a 1 seed losing in the first round. I just don't.
It's happened once ever, and it was Virginia last year.
Great. So
Never happened 2 years in a row.
No, never happened 2 years in a row. Ole Miss or Oklahoma?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Wisconsin, Oregon.
I would like to see an Oregon upset.
I actually have that too.
All right, we're getting there.
K-State or UC Irvine?
Say UC Irvine.
Rothy'd like you on that one. Villanova, St. Mary's.
Nova.
Purdue, Old Dominion.
Purdue.
What'd you call them?
I like to call him Purdue. I went to
Purdue.
school in Indiana. I went to Ball State, so it was Purdue.
That's
But
fantastic.
that being said, let's pull an Old Dominion in there. Come on, let's see some upsets in the first round. Let's see what happens.
All right. It's got Old Dominion over Purdue. Cincinnati, Iowa.
Cincy.
Sorry, everybody.
It's a good pick.
Tennessee or Colgate?
Tennessee.
Down to the bottom here. North Carolina versus Iona.
I thought it said Iowa for a second.
Nope.
I was like, really? Nope. NC, North
They're
Carolina.
going to lose to Cincinnati, and then they have to come back and play North Carolina. Utah State, Washington.
Let's pick the 8 seed this time. Let's go Utah State.
Auburn, New Mexico State.
26 and 9. I see Auburn.
Auburn could do some damage here. You got Kansas Northeastern next.
They play, let's say, Kansas. I feel bad going for the top seeds to begin with. It's
Right.
so early.
Iowa State, Ohio State.
Ooh. Now, since we're in Iowa, how much heat am I going to take if I don't say Iowa State?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Do your bracket.
I see Ohio State doing it.
Buckeyes. Houston versus Georgia State.
Houston. It's a 3 seed. Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I know it maybe means nothing, but to me it means something.
Big one here. Wofford, Seton Hall.
I want a Seton Hall upset here.
There it is.
Miles Powell. Kid's good.
Kentucky versus Abilene Christian.
Kentucky.
All right.
All right. Back to the left in the East.
To the left here. I'm going to kind of take yours.
You go for it.
Here. So we're going to Duke or UCF.
Duke.
You can go ahead and fill it in as you
okay.
went to there.
He said he was looking at it. So I wasn't sure.
Liberty, Virginia Tech.
You know, I'd like to see Liberty go a little bit further.
I like it.
Liberty.
I have friends that went to Liberty, so
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Virginia, West Virginia, Virginia, I think. One of the two.
Belmont, LSU.
Belmont, LSU. I see LSU taking that.
Yeah.
She doesn't know about the scandal.
What scandal? What happened? Tell me about drama.
Yeah, there's drama. There's drama in the Bible.
Just Google LSU. You'll be caught up real quick.
Great. Should I not be rooting for LSU then?
All right. Minnesota versus Michigan State.
Minnesota, Michigan State. Michigan State.
All right. Gonzaga versus Baylor.
Gonzaga. It's going to happen.
Okay, you got Murray State versus Florida State.
That's going to be Florida State. If Murray upsets in the first round, I don't know that they'll go much further.
Arizona State versus Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Texas. Don't
Red
mess
Raiders.
with Texas.
All right. Nevada versus Michigan.
You know what? I see Nevada having it. Let's go with that.
Ooh, wow. Be a big upset.
This is like a really weird test in school where it's like the teacher's looking at you and it's like,
I don't think Michigan's that good.
There's no wrong
I really
answers. You don't think so?
I don't think Michigan's that good. Their guards are terrible.
They're dirty. They're fun to watch.
I just don't think Michigan's all that good.
All right. Virginia, Ole Miss.
Virginia.
Oregon versus UC Irvine.
What is Oregon? God, I picked a 12 and 13 seed. Great. Good. Good work
12
to
versus
me.
13.
I see UC Irvine doing it if it's them.
Moving on. Okay, you got
Nova.
Villanova, and then since Purdue lost, you got them going up. I just want to say it one more time against Old Dominion.
But you got to put some you got to put it in your gut like Purdue.
There you go. Thank you.
I got you.
You got it.
I got my very feminine voice on. I see Nova winning this.
Villanova. All right, next you got Cincinnati versus Tennessee.
28-6. 20. I like Cincinnati for this one. I like seeing where Cincy goes.
Nice big upset.
Picking all the upsets. You never know, man.
North Carolina versus Utah State.
NC. Isn't North Carolina where Michael Jordan went?
Sure is.
Great.
Absolutely.
So they've got talent coming out of there.
Auburn versus Kansas.
I vote Auburn.
I like how you vote.
It's the popular vote that wins, isn't it? That's how you win this
Ohio
tournament.
State versus Houston.
I don't know if Ohio State could upset again. I'm going to say Houston.
All right, last one here at that round. Seton Hall versus Kentucky.
God, there's just something about Seton Hall that I like. So I want to see. I would love to. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to put Seton Hall in my bracket.
They beat Kentucky in the regular season.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, back over to the top left here.
Duke and Liberty. I just feel like Duke always goes Final Four, and they have. Don't they have like the? Okay, I'm going to spit one fact that I know: top 3 recruits.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, so I think Duke's got it.
All right, LSU, Michigan State. Scandal versus Sparty.
2 minutes.
Michigan State.
Michigan State. All right, we're going to fly here now.
There we go.
Okay.
Gonzaga
versus Florida State. Gonzaga, she's got.
I just see them going all.
There you go.
For
Texas Tech versus Nevada.
I say Nevada. I just want to see them do great.
Top right, Virginia versus UC Irvine.
Virginia.
All right, Irvine, you're done. Okay. Villanova versus Cincinnati.
That would be a fun upset. I want to see Nova always goes, but I don't want to see Nova and I'm going to say Cincinnati.
Natty. All right. The Bearcats. North Carolina versus Auburn.
NC.
Last one down there. Houston versus Seton Hall.
I think Seton Hall's got to go. It's going to be Houston.
All right. To get to the Final Four, Duke versus Michigan State, 1 versus 2.
1 versus 2. You know what? I think Michigan State's
Michigan State,
going to do
there's the upset there.
I think they're going to do it.
To get to the Final Four, Gonzaga versus Nevada.
I think Gonzaga's going to Final Four.
Virginia versus Cincinnati.
Virginia. God, I hate picking the 1 seed for all of
Okay.
this.
It's okay. All right, North Carolina versus Houston.
I'm picking Houston. I see Houston
big
doing
upset
it this
there.
year.
All right, Michigan State versus Gonzaga in the semifinals.
I think Michigan State will have it.
Virginia versus Houston.
And Virginia. I think it's going to be
Michigan State versus Virginia.
Yeah, Michigan State versus Virginia, and I think it's going to be Michigan State.
Michigan
this year.
State win it all. We got through it.
We got
Good
there.
bracket. Good job.
Right on.
Thank you.
Thank you
No
so
wrong
much,
answers.
Andy.
Of course.
Want to thank Bree Beal for coming in from Rock Island. Thank Bobby Metcalf for coming in, Metcalfing it up in here.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks, Sarge, for coming in, filling in for T-Roy.
Anytime, boys.
You guys have a hassle-free Wednesday. We will be on Facebook Live, not on the radio tomorrow. We'll be at Van's Pizza Pub and Grill. We'll see you tomorrow.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Sean Ryder. TJ Dillashaw is no longer the UFC bantamweight champion. This after Dillashaw announced that he is voluntarily relinquishing the UFC's 135-pound title after he was informed by the New York State Athletic Commission and the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency of an adverse finding at a test taken for his last fight. Full slate of games in the NCAA tournament tomorrow, including LSU versus Yale. LSU coach Will Wade was suspended indefinitely earlier this month after reports of Wade making an offer to a recruit. Interim Tigers head coach Tony Bedford on potential distractions heading into the NCAA tournament.
You know, in college athletic things happens. You know, it's just part of life. You know, in any walk of life, any profession, things happen, and so we can't worry about that right now. I'm just focused on these kids and making sure that we're prepared for Yale and make sure that we're going to represent LSU the best way that we can at this moment.
NBA Bucks forward Nikola Mirotic has a fractured left thumb, will miss 2 to 4 weeks. Milwaukee has a 3-game lead on Toronto for the top spot in the East. Tonight, 76ers host the Celtics on ESPN TV, radio and the app at 6:30 Eastern.
Discover Card alerts you if they find your Social Security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. It's free for card members. Just sign up online at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.